So, Nintendo made a $100 alarm clock, and I bought the alarm clock to tell you that you probably shouldn't buy the alarm clock. If you aren't already familiar with Alarmo, it's a goofy little product Nintendo released a few weeks ago in an attempt to gamify alarm clocks. The main selling point is a motion sensor that tracks your movements and plays unique sounds with the music as you're waking up, and then when you get out of bed, it congratulates you for your heroic feat. I'm honestly not sure who this is for. Like, I think kids, but in the ad, it's a bunch of adults, so maybe people that don't want to wake up with their phone next to them, or just diehard Nintendo fans. Anyway, I thought it'd be fun to pick it up and show off a handful of the scenes and features available, as well as give my review-esque thoughts.
Okay, I'm now out here in the field for a real-world test of the alarm clock so it can do the movement stuff. Yo, let's do New Donk City. Waking up to New Donk City would absolutely ruin this song for me. I would hate it and never want to listen to it again. It's so jarring. There he goes, look. Whoa. Hey, he's moving. Okay, so once you move a little bit, the sounds just stop. So like if I liked New Donk City and if I could just like, you know, take a nap. Why did the lyrics stop? Do I have to move? Okay, that's kind of cool. So the lyrics only play when you move. And then if you stop moving. Okay, Nintendo. That's pretty cool. This is me at like 6 a.m. when I gotta get up for my 9 to 5. Look, I'm getting up, Mario. I'm out of bed. Yeah, wow, that was pretty good. I'm shaking my butt. Shaking my butt over here. You can't see it, but I'm shaking my butt. Breath of the Wild. Okay, what's the fucking craziest one I could do? Oh, Great Fairy Fountain sounds like a nice alarm. Wow, what beautiful music. Okay, I think this one's gonna be the funniest one. I'm gonna do Salmon Run. That game and the music is like pure anxiety. I feel like waking up to this would be like waking up to an active war zone. Jesus Christ. I need one that's like a little more chill. I would not use these fucking crazy ass ones. Okay, Lake Lamode. That sounds really pleasant. Okay, maybe not the like. Okay, maybe that. Okay, it's getting loud a little quick. Okay. I would still be rousing at the moment. What is my rousing sound? Oh. Okay, I need a more aggressive Breath of the Wild one. I got off easy with the Great Fairy Fountain. Let's do Bokoblin Battle. There's beasts in my room. Imagine if a kid is having an active nightmare and he just hears.
Now, I tend to review video games, but this is a product made by a game company, and it costs more than a game, and it has game references in it, and it is trying to gamify waking up, so here's some of my thoughts. First off, the few positives. For kids or for people that want a novelty alarm clock themed around their favorite games, it gets the job done. It's got a cute design, the custom clocks are neat, and the motion sensor sound effects are a quirky touch. Although I do feel they'd quickly lose their luster when trying to get up for a soul-crushing 9 to 5. The whole package is nothing special. I mean, it's an alarm clock, not an entire game, but I can't deny that seeing it for a few mornings put a smile on my face. But for the asking price and Nintendo branding, I can't help but feel disappointed at its execution. Like I mentioned before, the main selling point of this clock is its interactivity, where moving around makes reactive sounds and enables dynamic music, before giving congratulatory fanfare upon getting out of bed. It'll even turn the alarm back on if it senses you get back into bed.
Oh, I've tricked Mario. What a fool. Fuck, they got me.
There is a button mode that lets you fully disable the alarm using the big dial on the top of the clock, but it doesn't work exactly like a snooze. It's basically for if you want your $100 motion sensor alarm clock to just be a regular alarm clock, if the motion sensor doesn't work with your bed setup, or if you have someone else in the bed with you. Then again, I can't imagine anyone who isn't a child or miserably single would be lining up for one of these things. But here's the small problem. Even in motion sensor mode, you can still just use the button. I guess it makes sense as an override, but it defeats the purpose of having to get up to make the alarm turn off if you wake up so tired that you really don't care about those drowning Pikmin.
Oh my god, it's getting so loud. This is terrible. I'm gonna let him drown, man. I'm tired. It's my day off. Let him die.
You also can't use it as a music-only alarm. Even in gentle mode and button mode, the sound effects will play loudly over the music.
Oh, no way. I love this song. Okay, it's kind of being undercut by the Link cutting grass and picking up rocks and jumping sounds. The fact that button mode just plays all of the sounds like at maximum frequency, this is like punishment for using button mode.
There are also hurry up scenes that play when the alarm runs for too long without being disabled, where someone like Drago or Bowser will really help you wake up. While I can't deny that getting assaulted by the piano trill and beeping lasers of a guardian is a hilarious marketing gimmick, I can't imagine leaving some of these alarms running for 20 minutes. You can't edit that amount of time either. You would have to repeatedly dismiss the alarm or be a strong enough sleeper to fall back asleep mid Stone Talus battle music without simply choosing to turn it off with the button. That's more of a technical nitpick though. My larger hangup is that this product toes the line between an underdeveloped gimmick and a wholesome piece of tech. It looks very Nintendo. It's got custom UIs and sounds, and the effort is sometimes there, but it also feels like it's missing a bit of sauce, especially for $100. A few of the alarms are really cute, and they have some clever implementations. There's a Breath of the Wild one where it plays audio of Zelda from the beginning of the game telling Link to wake up.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
On the other hand, a lot of the scenes feel purpose-built for freaks. I mean, hey, some people like to wake up with gentle ocean noises, and others like the default iPhone air raid siren, but the chefs at Nintendo were definitely cooking something with these options. There's the screams of drowning Pikmin, bokoblin attacks, horrific boss fight music, and the decision to include Splatoon, which is all really high-intensity music that plays a ton of combat sounds like the gunshots and lasers and grenades to rouse you out of that sweet dream and right into a war flashback. If you sleep through normal alarms, maybe the Alarmo is for you. I've gotten a lot of replies from Splatoon fans that say they need the Salmon Run alarm, and that's crazy, man. Animal Crossing is being added in a later update, but it feels like a huge miss to not have it from day one, as well as another cozy lifestyle adjacent game like Pokemon. It's also disappointing that Nintendo only drew from Switch games rather than their entire musical library for a more diverse vibe. They also didn't record anything new, so there's no characters mentioning sleep other than the one Zelda alarm, and a lot of the sound effects are just weird and jarring. Like why would I want to wake up to a fucking chain chomp?
If you stay in bed, characters will keep coming to wake you.
There's a lot of missed opportunities here, even with the games they did include, and I hope they actually provide a reasonable amount of updates, because 35 scenes feels like nothing when over half of them could induce a panic attack. Where's Breath of the Wild's dynamic overworld piano? It could go like ding ding as they're like rolling around. Where's Donkey Kong Country, Mario Galaxy, the Yoshi's Island music box, or Piranha Plant Lullaby for the sleepy time sounds? I almost wish there was just a huge selection of curated music rather than a small number of scenes with sound effects that range from grating to traumatic. And then there's a larger overarching issue of like, it's trying to gamify getting up, but there's not a real game to it other than the sound effects and digital confetti. I mean, I guess if you want full gamification, you just make a phone app, but that defeats the purpose of getting up without a phone, and you also can't sell a $100 peripheral that does less than a phone. My biggest critique of the whole thing, though, is the Ring Fit section. As a resident I actually beat Ring Fit Adventure fan, I love that out of every IP in Nintendo's modern catalog, Ring Fit somehow made it in, but man, did they take the ball and drop it, and it sank all the way to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. It makes perfect sense. Put the game about exercise and healthy habits in the alarm clock that helps you wake up on time. But they didn't bother getting any new voice lines. Ring's detailed encouragement is a huge part of what makes Ring Fit work. And not only did they not add any lines about sleeping or waking up or, you know, I don't know, like do your morning stretches. The voice lines they did choose are so unfitting, it genuinely feels like they they picked them at random.
Oh, I see a door up ahead. Try pressing in on me. You can also fire the air blast off to the left or right. Flap quickly to beat this crazy wind, but beware of your surroundings. Right and left. Tilt your upper body to move in that direction. Knee to chest.
Need a chest.
Squat.
I can't do a squat in bed.
How do you squat in bed? Like, was this just a last second addition so they could have more content on launch? So at the end of it all, do I think Alarmo is worth it? Not really. Seeing a little Nintendo clock first thing in the morning has definitely done something for my mental health over the past few days, but I also feel like the novelty will wear off pretty quick since there's only a handful of calmer scenes for me to choose from. If you're really interested in tracking or gamifying your sleep, there's probably better and cheaper ways to accomplish that. I covered Pokemon Sleep in a previous video that you should go watch if you haven't seen it after you finish this video. And despite all my issues with mobile game microtransactions, there's just so much more substance there when it comes to both tracking and gamifying sleep, which is surprising considering Pokemon Sleep is free. Well, microtransactions, so free. Outside of very basic sleep tracking graphs, which are awkward to navigate since the small clock isn't like a touchscreen, you gotta like push the button and turn the dial and stuff, and you can't send any of the data to external apps or accounts, the Alarmo doesn't have any actual mini games or unlockable content to add that video gamey extrinsic motivation to the hardest part of sleep, the getting out of bed part. I don't think it would need to be anything crazy. You don't gotta like destroy my dopamine, but like a little tracker or reward, or like you can unlock new like outfits for Mario or like new songs if you keep getting up at your scheduled time each day that can't be overridden by pressing the button. That would be like a neat thing. This is by no means a strong recommendation for Pokemon Sleep because promoting manipulative game design is the last thing I want to do, but I do still play it every day and it felt relevant here, so, you know, If I was being held at gunpoint between the alarm clock from hell and the absurd Pokemon numbers game, I'd save the $100 and then probably end up spending the $100 on like microtransactions in Pokemon Sleep.
Hi, this is me from editing. It's been about a week since I filmed this, and I feel like I was pulling my punches. This thing is lame, man. This is not worth $100.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go, maybe I'll go mail this to my little cousin or something.